Welcome to a new episode of Ain't Got Time to Read, the place where I read a story, give you a breakdown of the plot and simply save you time. Now before we continue, here is your spoiler alert. If you have not read the story I'm about to discuss and you do plan to read it, then you may want to avoid this video or watch it at a later date. So that being said, let's dig into the plot of today's story. Professor Milton D. Frankenstein and his assistant Charles Beaker use a DNA molecule machine to create a man in 30 minutes. The man is deformed and Beaker calls it a monster, but Frankenstein calls it the first DNA man and names the creature Dennis. Frankenstein and Beaker talk privately. Beaker tells him that Dennis is a monster which should be destroyed. A fight breaks out between the two men and Dennis comes to Frankenstein's aid. Frankenstein tells him to kill Beaker, which Dennis does without hesitation. Later that night, Judge Lewis tells Judge Dredd that Charles Beaker's body was found in a shredder and the only evidence they found is a packet with his prints, as well as Dr. Frankenstein's prints on. Judge Dredd pays Dr. Frankenstein a visit and questions him about Beaker. Frankenstein lies to Dredd, and Dredd leaves unconvinced. Frankenstein then creates another monster, but this one has failed as well. Frankenstein introduces the new monster to the other failures that he has created and tells them to kill Judge Dredd. As they head for Dredd's apartment, they attack anybody that gets in their way. The monsters enter Dredd's apartment and he puts up a good fight and throws one of them out of a window, while shooting two more, but Dredd is overpowered by the remaining two. Walter the robot sneaks up on the two monsters and pours coffee on them, allowing Judge Dredd to grab his gun and shoot them both. When Dredd has the monsters' fingerprints run through the system, he finds that they all have the same prints, which are the same as Frankenstein's. Dredd realises that the monsters were created by Frankenstein, but by the time they arrive at his laboratory, Frankenstein is gone. While trying to escape, Frankenstein and Dennis walk past a vendor that Dennis thinks is pretty. She faints when she sees Dennis's face. Dennis picks her up and takes her with him. Frankenstein manages to step over the borderline, but Dennis is shot by Dredd before he can reach it. The judges arrest Dennis, but when the vendor wakes up, she is horrified by Dennis and calls him ugly. In a rage, Dennis breaks out of his handcuffs and beats the judges. He grabs Frankenstein and throws them both out of the window, causing both of them to fall to their deaths. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you with the next video.